Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into something really interesting: what happens when a narcissist breaks up with you and why they end up feeling super angry and frustrated afterward. Trust me, it's not what you think. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's see how you feel about this one, whether you agree or have a different take. Alright, let's jump in. Story. So imagine this: one day you're in a relationship with a narcissist and then out of nowhere, bam, they leave you. It feels like they didn't even think twice, right? But here's the thing: when narcissists break up with someone, it's usually because they've got a backup plan. Yep, that's right, they've been thinking about this long before they told you. Maybe they felt like you weren't giving them the admiration they crave anymore, or maybe you just weren't feeding their ego like you used to. They need constant validation, and when you stop giving that, it shakes them up. First, you might think they've moved on quickly. They seem totally unbothered, right? But deep down, they're fuming. They don't show it, but the idea that you're no longer putting them on a pedestal really stings. Why? 'Cause you were starting to see through their tricks. The manipulation, the constant demands, the gaslighting, all of it became too much. You finally got tired of always having to boost their ego, and that makes them panic. Losing someone who once fed their narcissistic needs messes with their head. They don't just miss you, they miss what you gave them: control. They're panic mode. As soon as they sense that you're pulling away, they go into panic mode. But instead of dealing with it, they quickly move on to someone new. They already had this plan B lined up, probably someone they've been chatting with on social media or someone who gave them attention when you weren't looking. Now they throw all their fake charm, love, and attention on this new person, just like they did with you. It's all a game to them. They'll do everything they can to reel in this new person, flashing that same fake future they once promised you. But we all know how that ends, right? The smear campaign. While they're love-bombing their new partner, they're also doing something else behind the scenes: smearing your name. Yep, they start telling people how you were the problem, how difficult you were, or how you didn't appreciate them. They paint this perfect picture of themselves as the victim. And since they've probably kept up a charming act around their friends and family, it's not hard for others to believe them. But here's the kicker: they're actually angry. They're mad because they couldn't control you anymore. You got tired of their games, and that's something they can't stand. Their biggest fear: being alone. Now, here's the part they'll never admit: being alone terrifies narcissists. They can't stand the thought of being by themselves because deep down they hate who they really are. Without someone to admire them, they're forced to face their own emptiness. And that scares them more than anything. That's why they always need someone else, someone new, to fill that void. But when the facade drops and they're left alone, they have to confront the person they really are: insecure, fragile, and full of fear. It's something they try to avoid their entire lives. The endless cycle. And here's the crazy part: this cycle never ends for them. They jump from one person to another, searching for that perfect supply of admiration and love, but they never find it. They keep burning bridges, leaving behind a trail of broken hearts and ruined relationships. Closing thoughts. So, when a narcissist breaks up with you, don't be fooled by how quickly they seem to move on. Deep down, they're angry, regretful, and more terrified than you know. It's not about you, it's about losing control and having to face their worst fear: being alone. If this sounds familiar, let me know in the comments. Have you experienced something like this, or do you have a different perspective? We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like and subscribe to keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching.